Hi.
Hello. So we haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties, which
Y-
we still do, but it might have been our last recording.
Yeah, so we're trying it again. So we'll see how this goes. So a few updates. I don't know if we've touched on this, but if we have, Sarah can delete it. Um, we were discussing how the wheeling on the rocks lady was like a problem,
Yeah.
which I didn't know because I'm not like in the know, but I'm trying to be more in the know of Toledo.
Yeah.
So I guess she was a problem. Well, now I drove by with my husband. We've never been there. I think it's weird because they had those big barn like doors in the front that would open because it was the old hazard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always thought it was weird because it's like all the bugs are going to go in there into the lights. They're like, I don't know. It grossed me out. But anyway, they were moving everything out of there. So
I do have an update. I seen her last post, and I think what happened is she was basically telling everybody who's talking bad about her to stop, or she's going to go after them with an attorney. And there is a big investor that bought it. I think it's going to be a Margaritaville, or let me get
nice. A Margaritaville. I love Margaritaville. Do you know when I first met Ron, he took me to Vegas and we stayed at the Flamingo and ate at Margaritaville because they were attached.
I don't think I've been to one.
That was like kind of like a thing for Ron and I. And then we got married at the Flamingo later and then had our reception at Margaritaville. So we're partial to Margaritaville,
Nice.
even though
Let me make sure. Oh, nope. I was completely wrong. It's called Nashville. Nashville, Toledo. So Nashville's, yeah. Looks like September 19th is the grand opening. I think she's going to remain manager. And there's this post that is attached at the top of Wheeling in the Rocks that says the social media harassment must stop. And
dang.
Yep. She said any comments of intended harm, physically or financially, will be taken seriously. Screenshots will be used as evidence.
Well, that is true because I didn't know anything about any of this until Sarah told me because she found it online because she's got her nose in everything. Which, by the way, Nosy asses in Toledo is blocked, Sarah.
Yeah, why am I blocked? If anybody is in that group, can somebody please ask Dr. Dead Bodies or his wife, Mrs. Dead Bodies?
And I'm wondering, are you guys the one that bought my old house? Are you Mr. and Mrs. Dr. Death?
I wish I knew. You know me, and I don't get a chance to know you. That's kind of messed up.
It's crazy.
I mean, if I just got into
I'm still
real
getting
estate,
mail over there. Dr. Death is getting my mail, I think.
Either way, I must have upset somebody, which I've never even had an enemy, so it has literally caused me an ulcer, and I would like to know why it was deleted or blocked. I can't even find the group.
This is true.
And if it has anything to do with talking trash and tacos, I was nice about you guys. Jess is the one that called you guys trash. And she's still in the group. Maybe it's because I don't contribute anything.
Okay, my thought is that you care too much, and that's why it happened to you. Because if they delete me, I'm like, okay.
But I didn't do anything. But maybe, did they delete
maybe
you?
I did, and they thought it was you.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, I am really upset about that. I a month ago I was like, why is my Facebook so boring? Where is all these crazy people?
This is so funny because like I barely ever get on there, so I don't really understand.
I'm heartbroken, and my husband's still a member, so it doesn't matter. I can get on there anyway.
That's true.
Well,
yeah.
Don't delete him.
You know, don't go blocking him.
If anything, these are him and Brian should definitely be blocked before me. They talk more crap. Like Jessica in the dishwasher post. Like, what was that shit?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Someone called out my sister. That was so not nice. So yeah, the internet is mean.
Yeah. You guys
you all know, you guys are meanies. And I feel like I'm the nice one.
Well, I don't want to be a part of your group anyway, even though it's very boring now.
Because you're gone, even though you don't post on it.
I can't see anything. And how I found out for sure is a friend of mine's like, are you in this group? Can you go look at this post?
Because the dance moms of Toledo are flipping out.
I mean, I'm sitting here repping you guys everywhere, and I was probably
And
blocked.
Sarah's yanking me into her Toledo ballet drama, and I'm sitting here like I don't even like my kids don't do that shit. Thank God.
Had to go through my other friends. Now they're gonna get bugged more when I already bug them enough.
I
Can
know.
you please unblock me? I want to come back. I don't do anything, and if it's because I don't talk in there, I'll start being nosier.
And I think it's so funny that you had me in there being nosy and wrapped me into this whole drama. And I'm screenshotting stuff and I'm telling Sarah sounds like she might be a problem. I don't know what's going on. This stuff sounds like down and dirty. Like,
Which I don't like being the middleman, but I can't even go see this stuff for myself.
I was like, you danced on Sarah.
I had my husband
Nice.
searching, like, search my name, see if somebody said something about me. Like, it really gets you. Like, what? 65,000 members and I'm blocked? Like, what? I never even told anybody's secrets. That's what she does.
I never told anybody's secrets. You guys,
I hear
it's
everything
Facebook.
anyway.
Oh,
Whatever. I'll create my own nosy asses. No, I'm just kidding. Don't be.
And the thing is like you never know what's true. People just like spew this garbage, and it's either you're gonna believe it, you're not, or you're somewhere in between. Could be true, could be a lie. That's usually where I stand. Could be true, could be a lie. I don't know what the hell's happening. Because everything's fake. Your photos can be fake. I think I have an ex-friend that might have a fake husband online.
I found that.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's happening out there. I'm just gonna stay in here and
We
discuss
watched
about
too
it.
many documentaries of like these scammers,
It's true.
and it's getting harder for
Yeah,
scammers out
we
there.
were just delving into this like Help Elijah page because it sounds like a deep fake, and it's not. I think it's real.
So now you
But
feel
can't
bad.
tell. Yeah, and that's what you were afraid of. So it's like we're not talking about it because we don't know if it's fake or
No,
not.
we don't.
We
And
don't.
we do not think it's fake, and I even feel bad.
And now
even
we know
having
it's
that
not
thought.
fake. But when I read it, my red flag jar was going off, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know if this Elijah thing is true or not.
But there is something going on that you can help with. The Elijah Big Journey, it's called, and it's about
No,
a
like-
poor girl that has a eye sort of cancer. I do not know the specific medical terms, but there's some stuff going on with ProMedica calling CSB on her, and I think it's because she has to take her daughter all the way to New York for treatments and testing. And tomorrow's an important day. So I think she's going against doctor's orders and taking her, even though there's a lot to the story, but I guess it's not any kind of damaging, like it's not a CSB issue.
And this just reminds me of a documentary that I can't remember right now because I'm Jessica, about a mom that, kind of like a Munchausen-ish type of thing. She was like making her kids sick, and then she'd take them out of the hospital so she could keep them being sick. So that way her cover wasn't blown. And that's kind of what I think
what
they're
I
trying
thought.
to deter.
Yeah.
That's why the hospital's mad. But yet it's,
I don't know.
I mean, it could go either way, but apparently
The baby could be sick in their eyes and they want to keep the baby there. So obviously to make a public post in there and have it shareable, there's truth to a story, especially when you're talking a hospital, because people don't mess around.
So
with
it
that.
sounds very questionable, but it's real apparently. And now we feel guilty for questioning it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're not the best people all the time, but we try our best all the time.
And before we made loud accusations, we know to check the facts, and then we
sat on this for a long time.
Yeah.
And we finally found the truth today, so we just thought we'd share it.
Yeah.
Because of the Toledo Ballet Dance Club mom drama.
Yeah. And nosy asses that I can't see anymore because somebody doesn't like me.
So that's our Toledo scoop. Toledo trashies right here.
Yeah.
Keeping it real. Good times.
Yes.